The worst part about working security in a hospital is that you think you're protecting people. You're not. You're just delaying the inevitable. I learned that on March 14th when a ghost walked through our doors wearing stolen credentials, and I watched it happen in real time on 6 different monitors without doing a damn thing to stop her. My name is Marcus Chen. I'm the night security supervisor at Portland Memorial Hospital, which means I spend 12 hours watching screens that never show what matters until it's already too late. I've been doing this for 9 years. 9 years of false alarms, drunk visitors, aggressive family members, and genuine threats that somehow always slip through the cracks like water between desperate fingers. You'd think that would make me paranoid. Instead, it made me careless. It made me believe that the systems worked. They don't. The night shift starts at 7 p.m. when the hospital transitions like a living organism exhaling. The chaos of daytime, the surgeries, the visitors, the endless fluorescent panic, all of it drains away into shadow. By 9 p.m., we're left with something quieter, stillness pretending to be peace. I do my rounds, checking the loading dock where supplies arrive, verifying the badge readers that supposedly can't be fooled, walking the parking levels. Everything routine, everything the same. By 11 p.m., I'm back in the security office. Mitchell, my junior guard, is half asleep in the corner chair, his chin dipping forward every 30 seconds. He's 19, fresh out of community college, and has no idea what he's actually supposed to be watching for. The monitors glow in the dark, 6 screens showing different angles: entrance, corridor, supply rooms, ICU, pharmacy, delivery bay. I watch them like a man waiting for something to happen. I never expected it to look so completely ordinary. London 11 p.m. The delivery bay camera shows our regular linen truck, Thompson's Services. Same driver I've cleared 100 times. He swipes his badge. The gate rolls open. He walks in, pulling the first dolly behind him. Standard protocol. But then, murder 8 p.m. Something flickers at the edge of the frame. A figure in navy blue scrubs, a badge clipped to her chest. She moves like someone who's done this before. Confident, purposeful, no hesitation. She slides in behind the truck, already through the gate before it fully closes, using the driver's own legitimacy as a shield. Her face is turned slightly down, toward her phone. Casual, perfect timing. She doesn't run, she doesn't sneak. She walks like she owns the place. I leaned forward. "Mitchell!" He jerked awake. "What? Who's that?" Mitchell squinted at the screen. The figure was already heading toward the corridor. He shrugged. "New night shift nurse, maybe. We get temps sometimes." That's when I should have pulled the badge access log. I didn't. I watched her walk out of frame and went back to my coffee. 11:23 p.m. She reappeared on the main corridor camera. But something was different now. She wasn't just walking, she was moving with purpose toward a specific location. The supply storage on the 2nd floor. She swiped a badge at the door. Access granted. I didn't even blink. We had dozens of people accessing that room every night. 11:28 p.m. She exited with an armful of materials, syringes, bandages, gloves. Nothing suspicious, just a nurse restocking. But the way she moved, the way her eyes scanned the corridor before she went forward, there was something methodical about it, something planned. Still, I did nothing. 12:04 a.m. She appeared on the ICU camera. She was helping a nurse with a patient. Actual medical assistance. I watched her adjust an IV line with practiced precision. She smiled at the patient. She looked tired, like us. like someone who had been working for hours. The patient's family member thanked her. She nodded and moved on. My brain filed it as normal. Normal work. Normal shift. 12:34 a.m. She was in the pharmacy corridor. This time I felt something shift in my chest. The pharmacy. That's restricted. That's where they keep the controlled substances. I watched her scan a badge. Access granted. She was inside for 4 minutes. 4 minutes that felt like an eternity on my monitors. When she came out, she was carrying a small box. Nothing visible that screamed stolen. Just a standard pharmacy delivery. That's when my gut finally screamed. I pulled up the access log. I searched for anyone entering the pharmacy at 12:34 a.m. The system showed one entry. Dr. Sarah Chen, resident physician. I knew Dr. Sarah Chen. I'd seen her during day shifts. She was in her 50s with short gray hair. This woman was in her mid-30s, maybe younger. My blood went cold. I radioed the nurse's station immediately. "This is security. Do we have a Dr. Sarah Chen working tonight?" The response crackled back. "Negative. She's day shift. Why? Is something wrong?" My hands were shaking now. "Don't ask. Just keep your doors locked. All of them." I told Mitchell to lock down the building. He stared at me like I'd lost my mind, but he did it. I pulled up every angle of footage I could find, rewinding, searching for her pattern. She was in the 4th floor medication room at 12:51, the blood bank at 1:15, the secure pharmaceutical storage at 1:43. She wasn't just stealing, she was executing a plan, a map. She knew exactly where everything was. 1:02 on 4:07 a.m. I accessed the badge database and cross-referenced the photo. The face on file didn't match the woman on my screens. The badge had been cloned or stolen. Confirmed. Active threat in the building. I called the police immediately. While we waited, I kept watching. She moved through the corridors with a confidence that only comes from preparation. This wasn't exploration. This was execution. Surgical. Precise. 1:52 a.m., she appeared on the delivery bay camera again. She was carrying a canvas bag, not hospital issue, stuffed with items. Her movements were unhurried. She checked over her shoulder once, just once. No fear, no rush, no panic. She knew we hadn't stopped her, because she knew she was already gone. She pulled the bag close and stepped into the darkness. 1:55 a.m. Highway footage from the gas station across the street showed a silver sedan pulling out, same figure climbing in. She drove away like she'd just finished a routine shift. When the police arrived at 2:30 a.m., it was already over. We called in the real Dr. Sarah Chen the next morning. Her badge had been missing for 3 weeks. She'd reported it lost, assumed it had been destroyed. She'd never seen this person before. Never. But here's what made my blood run cold. When we printed the security photo and showed it to the staff, 3 different nurses said the same thing. They'd worked alongside her. She'd helped with patients. She'd been calm, professional, competent. One nurse, Diana from the ICU, said something that still haunts me. She helped me with a difficult case. She was so patient, like nothing could shake her. I thought she was one of us. The police found her 2 weeks later in Seattle. She'd been selling the medications, fentanyl, morphine, methadone, to an underground clinic operating out of a warehouse near the docks. No insurance, cash only, no questions asked. She'd been a registered nurse once, lost her license for diversion, stealing medication for personal use. But the real story was more complicated. She'd been planning this for months, not for herself, for her daughter. The kid was in withdrawal. The mother was trying to manage it without official help, because official help meant losing her daughter to the foster system permanently. The medications she stole could ease the pain, could let her mother keep her. When they arrested her, she didn't resist. She didn't deny anything. She apologized during the interrogation, not for what she did, for how well she did it, for proving that our security was theater, for showing that confidence and stolen credentials are sometimes all you need to become invisible. I never attended the trial. I didn't need to, but I heard the verdict. Guilty. 18 months. The judge called it sophisticated and premeditated theft. The woman called it desperation. That's what stays with me. Not the crime, not the theft. It's the fact that she moved through our hospital with such natural grace that nobody questioned her. She smiled at patients. She charted notes. She helped people. She was so utterly, completely human that we let her in without seeing her. Not because our security failed, because she succeeded at something much more dangerous. She succeeded at belonging. Sometimes I still look at the security footage. Her walk, her posture, that calm expression, the way she checked over her shoulder one last time before stepping into the night. And I realized that if she'd wanted to hurt someone, really hurt them, we never would have stopped her. The badge was never the issue. The badge was just theater. She passed because she looked like she was supposed to be there, because confidence and preparation are sometimes all you need to become invisible in plain sight. I watch the monitors every night now with different eyes. I'm not looking for people who look suspicious anymore. I'm looking for people who look like they belong, because those are the ones you should fear the most, the ones who've already won the battle before you even knew there was a war. And somewhere in a Seattle prison, there's a woman counting down her sentence, knowing that she made it as far as she did not because she was clever, but because we weren't looking at all. Because security is built on the assumption that threats will announce themselves. They won't. The real threats wear the same uniform as everyone else. They smile. They help. They blend in so perfectly that by the time you realize something's wrong, they're already gone. The worst part? She could do it again tomorrow, with a different name, a different badge, a different hospital, and we'd probably let her in the same way.